The Pacific Northwest, also known as the PNW, is a downright cherry capital. They got growers out there who really know what they're doing. Their prized sweet cherries are exported worldwide. Unfortunately, this year, 2013, didn't replicate the previous year's success, but it happens. Rain and heat spells in Oregon and Washington put a damper on the success of the cherry trees. Rain caused excessive splitting, heat caused soft fruit, the trees overcropped in 2012, and so there were fewer flowers on the tree this year. Many of those flowers were weak and slept off. When the rain dried and the growers went out to their orchards, they found that some of their orchards, it didn't even pay to pick them. The cost to pick would be more than the cherries themselves were worth. In general, cherry varieties and elevation determine harvest timing, with the lower elevations having an earlier harvest. Chileans being an early variety, followed by mid-season beans, and then finished off by the late-season sweethearts. Gibberellic acid is a plant hormone, and it's utilized in the production of firmer cherries. Its effects are similar across cherry varieties. While it keeps cherries firmer, it tends to keep fruit size small and slows color development as compared to those cherries not sprayed with gib.
But just give them a week. They'll catch up.
Cherries are measured in row size. The smaller the row size, the larger the fruit actually is. By making cherries just a little bit bigger, they can make themselves a whole lot more money. None of us consumers really want a smushy, rotten cherry. So firmness in cherries is really important to ensure an adequate shelf life so that it can go through shipping and make it to our shelves or refrigerators, our mouths. Brix, a measurement of sweetness in a fruit, isn't a harvest index for cherries. More importantly, growers and packers will choose to harvest based on firmness, like we talked about, color, they want a dark mahogany color, and size. Things like labor availability, as well as processor demand, Mother Nature, these are other factors that will go into choosing a harvest date. Rain can split cherries, so a lot of growers may choose to pick earlier than expected to avoid that splitting. Processors all vary in their opinion of what is acceptable in each of these categories. When cherries are graded, they are put into either an export pool, which is a high value, a domestic pool, or an in-between gray area. The gray area will be utilized based on market demand. Thank you for taking the time to visit God's country with me.